everybody, I'm Keychain. This video is going to be a guide for the Fractured Plane event for a monk, and this is week 1. And the skills that we're going to be using are Deadly Reach, Exploding Palm, Seven-Sided Strike, Inner Sanctuary, and Cyclone Strike. Now this may be used again down the road, so if these particular skills are recycled and it's 6 months from now, the guide will still be valid. I've never played a monk before, so we're going to figure this out together, but the playstyle for all melee classes, basically for all classes, is the same. You want to avoid damage as much as you can. You want to play patiently, you want to play defensively, and just try and get deals out of your coins. So this one will have a lot more gameplay compared to some of the other guides because I want to show specific gameplay aspects as the build changes and evolves and we get different pieces. So if you're a monk and you're looking for help on this event, this is the video for you. Let's get started. Alright, so first things first, you're allowed to change your skills and where they sit in your build. I think for me, Cyclone Strike at 3. I think Cyclone Strike at 3 feels better for me, so I'm going to switch that, and then Inner Sanctuary at 4. I'm also going to look at these skills real quick. I've used Cyclone Strike while I'm leveling up. I had to get to level 35 to unlock this event. I know what Exploding Palm does. Inner Sanctuary places a circle on the ground for 8 seconds that reduces all damage taken for me and my allies within the circle by 50%. So this is very powerful for damage reduction, but I'm pretty sure later on this becomes our main source of damage. Now another thing, if you haven't watched the other guide, you should watch the other guide for some of the values and coins and things that I've learned from my other characters, and we'll kind of go from there. So the goal here is just kind of run around until you can sit and do damage. So you're waiting for cooldowns, you are doing range damage, and just kind of running away. So you see here, I'm at full health, room 1 of floor 1 clear. Now, the other lesson that I've learned from playing on my other characters is one of the first pieces that I'm going to want to go for is going to be either a chest or pants so that I can gain the extra health. Because right now I have 630 life. Doubling that or getting an extra 40 or 50% life is going to be huge. Neither one of these are what I want. Now the other piece about this is you're going to want to increase your fortune level. Increasing the first fortune level is 50 coins. Doing it to the second level, to get from level 1 to 2 is 50, to get from 2 to 3 is 100. So you need a total of 150 coins. If you're going to pass that threshold where you're going to be past 150 coins after the final room, then don't pick a piece of gear. If on the last chest you're not going to be at 150 coins, pick a piece of gear. So there I took a little bit more damage than I wanted. I try not to sit in there that long, but I've still got to get used to how long Seven-Sided Strike takes to cast and get out. So it's a little bit of a longer cooldown than I initially thought, or you're stuck in place for a little bit longer than I thought. Okay. So this room's clear, so I'm down some life. I've got to be a little bit more careful. And here, Seven-Sided Strike burns enemies. That sounds pretty decent, but I won't know until the last room what I want to do as far as coins go. because I've got 119 coins right now, so it looks like I will have over 150. So this is a good start. And the other thing you want to try and do is try and kill the range classes quickly. And if there are a lot of like spitters and things like this, do what you can to reduce that damage you're taking. Oh, I just got interrupted on my 7-sided, so that's really going to slow down this run. And I've taken way more damage than I wanted to. So I'm hurting here just because these guys have a bigger range than I thought. So I've got to be more careful. And gosh, this is tough. These guys are tough. Because they have a charge and really big damage. I'm going to have to heal. I'm going to die. This is probably like the worst set that I could have got with their charge. I can't even predict where it's going to hit. Okay, so this one, I'm at 147 coins. So Cyclone Strike causes you to become a vortex that pulls in enemies and then detonates, damaging and knocking away all nearby enemies. I don't think I want that one. I don't think I care for this. I'm going to pick coins again. The problem that I have is, even though I have enough coins, I'm probably going to die. And dying on level 1 is not great. So we'll see if I can avoid it, but it's not looking good for me right now. Okay, I got lucky there. So it was an all melee room. So now this room, I already have 182 coins. So I'm gonna increase my fortune up to rank 3. But I don't have enough coins to heal. I think it costs 36 coins on the first section. So although both of these could technically help me, I'm gonna wait for floor 2. I'm gonna pick the coins so that I can heal and increase my fortune, and then I'll try and pick up some gear in the first room on floor 2. So that's the strategy that I'm using going forward. That heal didn't even heal me all the way to full because that was low. So we're at fortune level 3. So now the difference between fortune level 1, where you could only get 1-star items, and fortune level 3 is I now have a 20% chance to get a 3-star item and a 35% chance to get a 2-star item. So now we're going to hope that, I don't know why this message is saying I have new skills available. We're going to hope that I can clear this first room without dying or taking much damage and get a piece of gear out of the first chest. So that's going to be the perfect scenario if I had to lay one out. Oh, I put myself in a bad spot. So I thought I had room to run out there, but that brazier apparently stops you from running through. Okay, so I'm just run around here, just wait for my cooldowns to come back, get some exploding palm out, and try and do some damage. Okay, so the room is clear, but these leeches still have to die. They do bleed a little bit, so I can get them dead. Okay, where are they all coming from? This is so annoying. Okay, so just keep doing damage. Don't take extra damage from these little leeches, because you can hit them at range. Alright, first chest in room 2 paid off. So now I've got a 3-star weapon that I'm going to equip. And I'm still hurting on health, so that's tricky, but I've gained a bunch of damage. I'm hoping to get a chest or legs from one of these next boxes because I want the extra hit points so that I'm not as squishy. This looks like a decent, that was a really good room for me. All those rats died in a single hit. That's perfect. Cyclone Strike Radius here for 20%. Gives me some extra damage, but it's a 2-star. I think I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to go for the coins here. Because I'm above half health. I've got 2 more rooms to clear. I think I'm going to be okay. It could end up being wrong. Like, I see poison spiders. That's not good for me. But the rest of the room is roaches, which really isn't bad. Okay. Just dodge the spider. Pull him in, kill him. Okay. So there I took no damage in this room. Another 3-star, but it's one that I've already got equipped, so that's unfortunate. Exploding Palm, increased charges. I don't think I need that right now. I'm going to go with the coins again. I'm only at 125 coins going into the next round, and I think I need 200 to increase my fortune further, and I will need to pick up a piece of gear for the boss room. Having just a single piece of gear for the boss room is not going to be great for me. Okay, dodge this guy's hit. The poison on the ground is super deadly, so you got to be careful of that. I mentioned that in the other guide, is that the poison on the ground hits so hard. Man, so this is tough. So this is one of the helmets that I want. All right, so this one changes my inner sanctuary from a protection circle into a damage circle, which will help me kite more and do more damage from range. But it's only a 1-star helmet. I am at 137 coins. I'm gonna need some to heal, and I might need to buy a piece of gear. I don't even think I can buy a good piece of gear. A 2-star is 80 coins, so I might be able to pick up a 2-star piece of gear if I pick the coins here. So I'm gonna heal and hope that there's a good 2-star piece of gear that I can pick up from the vendor. So that's my thought process going into floor 3 and going into the boss level. And then, gosh, none of this is any good. Man. So here's where you got to decide, like, do you want to risk it or do you just pick something up? So this same piece of gear that I could have just gotten for free is now 50 coins, and I picked 36 coins from the chest. So if I buy this, I technically lose value on the coins, but I don't think I can beat the boss with my current spec without any other modifications. I think I'm gonna have to sacrifice it and pick it up and hope that I can beat the boss without dying. If you do die, dying on the boss floor, try and die only once, but dying on the boss floor is usually, you know, where it's gonna happen if it's gonna happen. Okay, so here I did pick up the inner sanctuary that hurts them, so I should be using that. Here, just keep running. I'm gonna put exploding palm out. Oh no. So I took damage from the boss there where I shouldn't have. There is a spot where I can attack her from inside of that, but I think it's risky, so it's not really worth it. And there I stayed a little bit too long and took an extra hit. Okay, so boss down. I didn't lose too much health. Now, the blessing. First blessing, very important. Let's see what we get. Maximum life increased by 20%. That's what we're going to go with. I tend to pick defensive skills whenever I can. So dodge, block, max health, etc. You want things like that. Damage to elites is a good one. And those are the type of things that you want. Don't get tricked into going full offense because this is a defensive game mode. You want to take your time and survive. So here's a tough choice. Here's a tricky choice. Do I heal or do I increase my fortune? Increasing my fortune will increase my chance to get 3-star items, but it comes with a price. I then won't be able to heal. I'm at half life. My total health currently is 756. So I'm sitting at 375 health. Not amazing when I've got to clear all of these rooms, but 48 coins. These are the kind of choices that you have to weigh. How much do you risk? How safe do you play? The other thing I could do is buy one of these, but I'm thinking I'll get 3-star pieces pretty quickly, and I would rather go for a Shard of Fortune and gamble than buy one of these right now. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for the Shard of Fortune. So I now have a 40% chance to get 3-star items. I like those odds. It's really annoying me that this is up here. Okay. And now let's see how we do. Let's see if that backfired. After this one, I'm going to start editing and cutting out some of, the things that are less needed. But now that I have this inner sanctuary, watch the difference it makes. I'm going to start putting things out like this. And I want to drag them all through this circle of death. So now I've got a big cooldown for that. But that's how I'm trying to play. Get everything just on the edge, attack and run, and that's how you're going to keep playing. Just attack and run. You're kiting as if you're a ranged class. And that one was, I was a little bit too far out of range there. But if you waste a skill from being too far out of range, it's better than taking damage unnecessarily and dying, right? So, okay. So that room I didn't take any damage. I got 16 coins from a drop. And no love in the chest. So this is going very badly. As far as luck for the chest. Like, it's probably the worst luck I've had so far, and that's funny that I'm making a guide and it's happening. But we'll continue clearing a little bit. I'll show you when I finally do get some luck here, and then after that we will change things up. Oh, I missed. Okay, so this room is done. The same one that I already have. So we're going coins. Looks like 2 more rooms. This one won't have the portal, this one will, I think. I think that's how they usually do it, is the farthest room, and this one's part of a natural path, so they would make this one the portal room. Let's find out for sure, but I do want to clear all rooms. I want those extra coins and the extra chance at loot. What's ranged in here? That's what I gotta carefully watch out for. It's these guys, so I should have put damage on them sooner, and that was a mistake. So I'm just gonna actually just completely run away and wait until I can get in there with the inner sanctuary and put it on top of them. I think that slows. So So I took a little bit of damage that I shouldn't have, but I've got lots of damage going on to the ranged guys. Okay. So this is not going terribly. And you can see, you can kind of get a feel for the playstyle. So here I'm going to take this 3-star item. It's just damage, but it also gives me a damage reduction after I've used the seven-sided strike. So it gives a temporary damage reduction, and any damage reduction or things that reduce your damage are fantastic. Healing is the golden standard in this game mode. If you get an ability that heals you, 100% go with that, because like those are the best. I had the easiest time clearing on Barbarian this week because of Whirlwind 3% heal. So all the damage you did with Whirlwind heals you by 3%, and that is absolutely amazing for yeah, it was absolutely amazing for like being able to heal and stuff. I gotta be careful not to talk too much and like lose sight of what I'm doing. So I just took some unnecessary damage because I underestimated how strong I was. So I wish that this was a higher star because this seems fun, but I need the coins to heal and increase my fortune. So we're going to proceed to the next level. I've got another floor where I can try and get lucky on some gear. We did get a piece of gear on that floor, so we've got 3 pieces now. Still no additional life, so not going great in that department, but we're going to increase our fortune. So now I'm fortune level 5. I have a chance to get 4-star items. Okay, so I'm probably going to cut to a different floor from here. Okay, so nothing amazing really happened on floor 5. I'm at 572 coins. I guess I did get this chest, so that's one thing that happened. I need to heal because I'm hurting. But now let's see what we have in the shop. No 4-star items here, so I'm going to actually, this is floor 6, this is a boss floor. So if there's anything that I can do to make my boss floor experience better, I should. So these gloves, although I normally wouldn't buy them because they're 2-star, an extra 54 damage going into the boss fight is going to be good. So I'm going to buy that. I'm going to increase my fortune. I'm going to equip that piece I just got. And now I just need pants. So now I've got a bigger Cyclone Strike radius. I have Inner Sanctuary that does damage over time. I have regular Cyclone Strike still, but if I get the chance, I don't remember which one it was. There's one that made Cyclone a tornado. If I got a chance to get that one, I think that sounds pretty fun. And I'm still getting the bug here for the new skill, probably because it's a new skill for me on the outside and it's not registering that I've selected it in here. I will show the boss fight here. We'll see how I do. I think boss fights are where people have the most trouble, so let's... So this boss, he attacks in a frontal cone for a lot of it, so you just want to stay on the side of him. And this one you can do extra damage, and he does an AoE that. So when he starts doing that, just run away and avoid all of the spots in the ground. There's no reason why we have to be in there close to him. You do want to kill his little minion guys because they hurt. But again, we can just wait. As soon as Inner Sanctuary comes back up, he's gonna die. So he's just got to sit in this damage and he dies. So that's that boss. The bosses are going to be different for you guys, so I don't know what you're going to get. You may not be as lucky. That's part of it. So if you end up having to take a death on the boss, if you do die, stay dead until all of your skill cooldowns are back. And you can barely see them when you're dead, but if you do that, it allows you to, um, come back with full cooldowns to do a bunch of damage and be fresh. So popping right back up and then you're on cooldown and you're just running around, like you're increasing your chance to take additional damage. Okay, this is a tough choice for me because critical hit chance is damage to everything, bosses included. I don't know if bosses count as elites. I do know elites give me the most trouble. I also know that I don't think this is the one for me because it's only half the time, and most of the small enemies, I'm doing the damage to them early on with the cooldowns. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this one. I think I'm gonna go with critical hit chance. Since I got given a choice between 3 damage gems, I think I'm gonna go with the critical hit chance. So that's just kind of what I'm feeling for this one. I don't need to waste a heal on this floor, so we'll see what's in the store. Anything good? And this 7-sided strike, it's a 3-star. We have a pretty high chance of getting 4-star items from the boxes. So I think I'm gonna leave it. So with that said, I will do floor 7 and I'll check back in at the broker at floor 8. And then we will go from there. All right, so floor 8. I got some new items. One I picked up was this 2-star Path of the Storm. I just wanted to fill this slot and it was in a box. So it also decreases the damage I take after I use Cyclone Strike, which is good. Now the other thing I got that's awesome, I think it's super awesome, is this one. This Path of the Present Striking Palm. This is a very, very good ability for this game mode. Watch what this does. It throws the exploding palm and it's got a huge range. It goes way up here. So this is fantastic for long range damage and kiting. So I can drop my inner circle, throw some of this through, and then, get some on the outskirts with my 7-sided and then just, kite. And I can run around and I've been killing elites and stuff with that, doing pretty well. So we've got 712 coins. This is not for us. This is... So Exploding Palm damage increased by 30%, but Exploding Palm no longer deals the initial damage. This is counterintuitive to the skill I just showed you, so we don't want this even though it's an upgrade, just because it removes that initial damage that we're using with that giant fist to do damage. So here we're going to increase Fortune all the way up to rank 8. We now have a 7% chance to get 5-star items and a 36% chance to get 4-star items. I'm going to show the way that I'm doing the gameplay at this stage of the game. I still can't get this to go away. But at this stage, going into floor 8, I've still got 5 lives. I'm down to 12 coins, but we're level 8 fortune, and we have a 1 4-star item, 3 3-star items, a 1-star, and a 2-star. So that's where we're sitting. We're at 342 damage, 2223 life. Okay, I'll go do a room, show you the playstyle. Hasn't changed much. You just get better at being able to avoid damage. These little ranged guys hit super fast and they're hard to dodge. But now that I'm there, I throw some palms through everybody and they all die. See that? That was fun. And it still triggers the exploding palm, so you no longer have to get within melee range to put exploding palm on. You can throw it from halfway across the room, which is nice. So here the choice for me, definitely don't want 2 stars anymore. I'm looking for 4-star or 5-star gear. That's the goal. From here on out, it's either coins, 4-star, or 5-star gear. All right, we're on floor 9. I did not get any gear upgrades on that floor. It is the boss level, so I want to see what our options are as far as gear. I could upgrade this to get a little bit of damage, but that's really the only thing I could do, and I would spend 200 coins getting it. I don't think that an extra 50 damage is going to help me that much on the boss, so I think I'm going to go with the shard. Um, and then with 96 coins left, because it's the boss floor, I'm going to heal. So that's an extra 828 life. Let's see what boss we get, and I want to get this off the minimap. So you're going to see me do this quite a bit with this bug because it's each floor that it resets. So let's go in and see which boss we get. Okay, this one is fantastic, at least in my opinion, because if I'm paying attention, I know where the damage is going to be. So her attack pattern. Um, she attacks first one direction, and then she attacks different directions, and she won't attack in the same one. So she'll attack forward and then side to side. So here is a safe spot now. Oh, I put that just outside of range, didn't I? So this was, I should also be saving my AoE cooldowns for when she refreshes her little attack buddies. And I should be putting that down right on top of her. So now this side is safe, and I can just sit and do damage. I'm going to pull everybody in here. We're going to 7-sided. Oh, I'm out of range there. This should do it. Okay, that was the floor 9 boss. Didn't take enough damage that I'm going to have to use a healing potion on the next floor. Let's see what we get for the altar. Damage, straight damage reduction or block chance. Now here, 20% damage reduction flat is better than block chance because block chance does not reduce 100% of the damage you take. Block chance then factors into armor that like reduces your damage by 70%. So it's actually a 20% chance to take 70% reduced damage, which is less than 20%. So here I'm going to go with the 20% damage taken. Always defense. Even though I'm doing fine, always defense because the next floor is a little bit harder. They hit a little bit harder. Everything is just a little bit more difficult. We're going to go into the next floor and then I won't check back in because this is going to be my final build. I'm just looking for upgraded pieces. I'm not going to check back in until like floor 12. Alright, we're now on floor 12, boss level. We have Fortune level 10. We still have all 5 of our lives. I have 958 coins. One of the changes I made was I got this Storm Spirit chest that makes my Cyclone into a tornado. We also have the 7-sided strike that continually damages the ground with the Spirit allies. So basically, we've got damage on the ground over time, damage on the ground over time, damage on the ground over time, ranged attack. So we've basically turned this monk into a ranged character, and we're able to avoid 90% of the melee damage. And as long as you're dodging ranged attacks, I should be able to get through this without dying. So now we get to gamble. I'm going to gamble a little bit real quick, looking for 5-star pieces. And the ones that I'm after, I want specifically Path of the Storm. And First Wind is fine, but I could do with a different shoulder depending on what it does. And let's see what we start to get. So a 4-star Path of the Storm over a 2-star is 1,000 health. I'm going to take that. And then if I get a better one, you know, it is what it is. But I do want those upgrades when I can get a chance. I love the giant palm. So I'm going to keep this even though this is an upgrade in damage, just because now I'm at the point where, and look what happened. So after I bought the 4-star, a 5-star appears. So we are going to buy the 5-star. But if you watch the guide video, sometimes it happens that you buy pieces Or I gambled through like 2,000 coins and I did not find the chest piece upgrade I needed. I ended up with staying with a 4-star chest because I blew through 2,000 coins looking for one specific chest and I never got it. So this is fine. I may have wasted some coins here, but what if I never saw the 5-star pants? You know, going with a 4-star from a 2-star upgrade, that's worth doing. We've still got a decent amount of hit points. Let's clear the bug. And then we'll go kill the boss, see which boss we get. And I'll try and explain what the attack patterns are if it's one that we need to. Summoner, he is annoying because he attacks pretty quickly. He summons ads. He does chill on the ground, that right there. But we're gonna get in here. We want to get our damage on the ground. And then we just kind of kite him around a little bit. I do want to kill his ranged ad because it killed itself. I mean, that's going to do a lot of the damage that he's got. So here we just want to keep him in all of our AoE stuff. And if we can get his ads to explode on him, great. But if not, don't try too hard for it because you'll take damage doing it. Okay, boss is about 30, he's got 30% life left or so. We're gonna get in here, drop our stuff. I took a little bit extra damage there because I wanted to do some basic attacks for some reason. Probably just to make it more exciting. I do have the coins to heal if I need it. Oof, should have taken that damage though. So here, we're just dumping all of our damage and then we just run away. Oh, he ran out of it, so that's unfortunate. So this should finish him off. Oh, he has 800 health left. Okay, boss down. Let's see what blessing we get. So, this one, these are not very good choices. 30% movement speed after killing an enemy. I guess that could be useful. Damage done to elites could be useful for the next floors. This one, I don't have any movement skills active, so this is not useful to me. So the choice is between damage to elites or movement speed after killing an enemy. Movement speed allows me to get out of range damage more easily, so I think that's my choice. Even though I'm doing fine, I would rather have mobility and defense over damage. So that's going to be my choice. I think I can gamble a little bit on the next floor, see if we get lucky. I think I can gamble 2 or 3 times. I am going to use a heal, and I think that's up to like 100 coins or something. No, 102. But since we don't need our coins for fortune, that's fine. So I can gamble like 3 or 4 times looking for a 5-star piece. Here's a 5-star helmet, but it's not the right one. I like that this one chills, so I'm going to keep that. And I've got another 3 rolls to look for what I'm after. What is this? So, right now 7-sided strike temporarily decreases the damage I take for all the hits. And I don't know if that's been factoring in or not, or if I just want to increase the damage. This damage jump is pretty big. I think I'll try it and see what happens, and if I feel like I'm taking a lot of extra damage, then I will switch back to the first wind if I see one. But I guess I'll find out on this floor because it won't be until after I finish this floor that I have to make that choice. All right, I'm on floor 15. I did die on floor 14 almost twice. Um, I saved all of the coins for the Chaos Broker so that we can gamble looking for 5-star pieces before we fight the final boss. Um, Here's a full 5-star setup that we're going to use for the boss. So we have Judgment's Watch for ground AoE for Inner Sanctuary. We have Tornado Cyclone now stands in one area and does damage. We have 7-sided strike damage increase. I have Cyclone Strike temporarily reduces the damage you take. I have 7-sided strike that stays in one place and continually does damage. And then we have a giant exploding hand to throw at people for ranged kiting abilities. Now we're going to go fight the boss and finish out this guide. So let's go get that done. And hopefully when I piece this all together, it'll be under a half hour, but it might not be. Sandshaper, the worst boss in the game. I absolutely am terrible at Sandshaper. Um, I have a really hard time against Sandshaper and his AoE attacks, so I absolutely will die multiple times on this fight. Good thing I have 4 lives. And this one is a race for me because I know that once he starts getting to those AoEs that I'm going to die. So I'm trying to do all the damage I can before he starts doing that. And there it is. Okay. Oh, I took 1, took 2. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought. But he keeps diving out of my attacks, which is not good for me. There's his ads. Since he will follow and teleport, we'll let him chase me. Okay. Oops. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. Oh, okay, there's the death I was knowing this is going to happen. I'm waiting for the cooldown on Inner Sanctuary to come up so that when I pop up I can do max damage. And just do everything I can to kill him. Okay, he's dead. Whew. So, ended on a monk with 3 resurrections left. Here's our final. I'm going to take a screenshot for this in case I want to use it. Got it. Okay. So that's it for this video. I hope it helped you if you're a monk that came here looking for a gameplay, game style type guide for this event. If you're interested in more, remember to hit the like and subscribe, and you will need to leave comments. I do respond to all of my comments, but if you need a guide for a different set of skills that I don't currently have listed, leave a comment for that, and I will make a guide video as long as I have enough time to do it. If you tell me Tuesday night before reset that you need a guide, it's not going to happen. But if you give me plenty of time, like, you know, Thursday or Friday, even Saturday, if you tell me, it gives me time to make a guide video on the weekend and get it listed. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.